She took her shoes off at the shoreline edge and left them resting on the sandy ledge of beach that stretched as far as she could see. A summer morning walk for only she. The waves came soft against her bare pink feet, the ocean and the morning sand to meet. She held a straw hat in the morning breeze and walked the shore with slow, unhurried ease. The vibraphone rang like the distant tide of 40s morning music rolling wide. She walked the shore without a single care, the ocean morning cool and fresh and fair. A walk along the shore in the morning light, everything is soft and warm and right. Sandy feet and ocean breeze and blue. A walk along the shore just feels so new. She walks and the morning walks with her. A walk along the shore the way things were. A seagull called above the turquoise waves, and she looked up at all the morning gave of sky so deeply blue and clouds so white. Against the summer morning's perfect light, she held her ice drink to the ocean breeze and felt the morning move among the trees of palm that line the shore's most gentle curve. A morning walk the ocean helped to serve. The vibraphone above the morning tide played something from the ocean's gentle side. She walked the shore and breathed the salt air in, the morning walk where all good things begin. A walk along the shore in the morning light, everything is soft and warm and right. Sandy feet and ocean breeze and blue. A walk along the shore just feels so new. She walks and the morning walks with her. A walk along the shore the way things were. The shore is where the morning feels most free. Between the solid land and open sea, she walks this edge of morning every day and finds the most unhurried, gentle way to start a summer morning by the tide. A walk along the shore is her best guide. A walk along the shore in the morning light, everything is soft and warm and right. Sandy feet and ocean breeze and blue. A walk along the shore just feels so new. She walks and the morning walks with her. A walk along the shore the way things were. Shore and sand and morning blue, everything she loves right through. She walks until the shore curves out of sight. A morning walk along the shore just right. Before the world outside had found its voice, the gentle morning made its quiet choice to fill each room with soft and golden air, and lay a tender stillness everywhere. She opened up her eyes without a rush, and listened to the morning's gentle hush, the kind of start that sets the day upright, a gentle morning born of fading night. The saxophone played somewhere far and slow, a lazy 40s melody below the surface of the waking day ahead. She stretched her arms and smiled in her bed. The gentle morning begins today, in the softest, most unhurried way. Everything is still and warm and right, the gentle morning after gentle night. She rises into morning, soft and slow, the gentle morning with its golden glow. She made her tea before the kettle stopped, and watched the morning mist outside that dropped so slowly down the garden path and wall. A gentle morning giving all it all. The birds began their lazy morning song. She sipped her tea and didn't rush along. This morning was the kind you hold inside, a gentle morning opening up wide. The saxophone still drifting through the room, a morning melody that chased the gloom of anything too hurried or too bright. The gentle morning slow and feeling right. The gentle morning begins today, in the softest, most unhurried way. Everything is still and warm and right, the gentle morning after gentle night. She rises into morning, soft and slow, the gentle morning with its golden glow. A gentle morning is a gift you keep from the last good moment before sleep. It asks you nothing but to move through slow, and let the gentle morning come and go at its own pace through every quiet room. A gentle morning chasing all the gloom. The gentle morning begins today, in the softest, most unhurried way. Everything is still and warm and right, the gentle morning after gentle night. She rises in with its golden glow. Gentle morning, golden light, everything about this right. She steps into the morning slow, the gentle morning all aglow. She always woke before the sun came up, before the morning filled its golden cup with all the light that made the day complete, before the birds had found their morning beat. The house was hers in that still darker hour, between the night and morning's quiet power. She moved through every room without a sound, and felt the peace of morning coming round. The clarinet played soft as pre-dawn air, a tender 40s melody so rare. She wakes before the sun and always finds the most peaceful quiet of all kinds. She wakes before the sun rises slow, before the morning has a place to go. In the stillness between dark and light, she belongs to neither day nor night. She wakes before the sun each day in her own unhurried 40s way. She brewed the morning tea before the sky had gone from gray to pink, to by and by the golden that would fill the morning wide. She held her cup and let the warmth inside be everything she needed in the still of waking before sunlight takes its fill. She loved this hour more than any bright, the hour just between the dark and light. The clarinet above the pre-dawn deep played something from the edge of gentle sleep. She wakes before the sun and has the world all to herself before the day unfurls. She wakes before the sun rises slow, before the morning has a place to go. In the stillness between dark and light, she belongs to neither day nor night. She wakes before the sun each day in her own unhurried 40s way. To wake before the sun is to discover a morning that most people never cover. In their own experience of the day, she found it in the 40s morning way, that quiet hour before the world begins, where she alone among the morning winds. She wakes before the sun rises slow, before the morning has a place to go. In the stillness between dark and light, she belongs to neither day nor night. She wakes before the sun each day in her own unhurried 40s way. Dark and still and morning near, she wakes before the sun is here. Her favorite hour of all the day, before the morning finds its way. when everything is still and tucked away in the last fold of night before it lifts, and the morning comes with all its morning gifts. She loved this quiet more than words could say, the quiet just before the break of day, when not a single sound had found its start, just the quiet beating of her heart. The acoustic guitar played something low, a gentle 40s note before the glow of sunrise filled the room with golden weight. The quiet before the day, still soft and great. The quiet before the day is hers, before the world outside begins to stir, still and soft and nothing yet begun. The quiet before the morning sun, she lives inside this quiet every day. The quiet before the day, her favorite way. She sat beside the window in the still and watched the darkness soften at its will into the gray that came before the pink, that came before the gold she loved to drink. And with her morning eyes not yet awake, the quiet before the day, before the break of ordinary life into its sound, the quiet still before the world goes round. The guitar played above the pre-dawn still, a tender 40s tune before the fill of morning light came pouring through the glass. The quiet before the day would always last. The quiet before the day is hers, before the world outside begins to stir, still and soft and nothing yet begun. The quiet before the morning sun, she lives inside this quiet every day. The quiet before the day, her favorite way. The quiet before the day is not an empty thing, it's everything before the morning's ring of ordinary lovely daily sound. The quiet before the day is where she found herself most clearly, in the gentle still. The quiet before the day, her greatest thrill. The quiet before the day is hers, before the world outside begins to stir, still and soft and nothing yet begun. The quiet before the morning sun, she lives inside this quiet every day. The quiet before the day, her favorite way. Quiet still before the day, everything the morning has to say has not been spoken yet, and that is why she loves the quiet under morning sky. She pushed the window open in the morning and let the air come in without a warning. The curtains breathed against the gentle light. The morning tea was steeping just right. She wrapped both hands around the warm white cup and watched the garden slowly waking up. The window and the tea together made the most perfect start inside the morning shade. The muted trumpet, soft as morning steam, played something like a gentle waking dream. She sipped her tea beside the open sill. The morning tea and open window still. Morning tea and open windows say everything you need to start the day. Warm cup and the cool of morning air. Morning tea and open windows there. She stands between the inside and the light. Morning tea and open windows right. The garden outside caught the morning glow, and she could smell the lavender below. The window mixed with her warm morning tea, the most beautiful morning scent could be. She closed her eyes a moment in the breeze that came through open windows with such ease, and breathed it all together, tea and air. The morning asking nothing but to share. The trumpet played above the morning breeze, coming through the window, through the trees. She sipped and breathed and let the morning in. Morning tea and open windows begin. Morning tea and open windows say everything you need to start the day. Warm cup and the cool of morning air. Morning tea and open windows there. She stands between the inside and the light. Morning tea and open windows right. A cup of tea beside an open window is the most 40s morning thing to know. It asks you just to stand and breathe and sip before the day has found its morning grip. She does it every single morning slow. Morning tea and open windows glow. Tea and open windows say everything you need to start the day. Warm cup and the cool of morning air. put her sandals on, 2 fingers light, and walked toward the ocean, shining bright. The sand was warm between her bare pink toes, and everything the summer morning knows was in that walk from shore path to the tide. The straw hat tilted softly to one side. She carried her shoes to the sea today, the most beautiful, unhurried morning way. The saxophone played soft as ocean air, a 40s morning melody out there between the palm trees and the gentle waves. She carries shoes to sea on summer days. She carries her shoes to the sea, the most beautiful morning to be. Sandy feet and warm salt air, shoes in hand without a care. She carries them all the way down. She carries her shoes to the sea without a frown. The turquoise water caught the morning sun, and every wave that rolled was just begun. A new beginning reaching for the shore. She dipped her toes and waded in some more. The sandals dangled from her gentle hand while she stood at the edge of sea and sand. The seagull overhead made one wide arc above the morning ocean, bright, not dark. The saxophone above the ocean blue played something warm and 40s through and through. She carries shoes to sea with easy grace, the ocean and the morning her best place. She carries her shoes to the sea, the most beautiful morning to be. Sandy feet and warm salt air, shoes in hand without a care. She carries them all the way down. She carries her shoes to the sea without a frown. To carry your shoes to the sea in the morning is to give yourself this day without a warning of deadlines or of anything too hard. To walk the shoreline like your own backyard. The sandals swing from her relaxed loose hand. She carries her shoes to the sea and the sand. She carries her shoes to the sea, the most beautiful morning to be. Sandy feet and warm salt air, shoes in hand without a care. She carries them all the way down. She carries her shoes to the sea without a frown. Shoes in hand and sea ahead, everything the morning said. She carries them down to the tide, the morning sea, her best guide. This morning had no plan to go anywhere. It stretched and yawned and filled the morning air with something slow and warm and quite at ease. A lazy morning doing as it pleased. She matched its pace with everything she did, from tea to toast to how the curtain slid open slowly in the lazy light. The lazy morning feeling perfectly right. The clarinet played something long and slow. A lazy lazy 40s melody to show how mornings ought to feel on summer days. The lazy morning song through golden haze. The lazy morning song plays on today in the most unhurried, lazy way. Nothing rushing, nothing going wrong, just the lazy morning playing along. She hums along without a care. The lazy morning song floating in the air. She didn't make a list or set a clock. She let the morning move around the block of hours at its own sweet lazy pace, and found she loved the morning more with space to wander through without a destination. The lazy morning song, its own sensation of ease and warmth and nothing pressing through. The lazy morning song just coming true. The clarinet above the morning slow played every note without a rush to go anywhere at all except right here. The lazy morning song, all soft and clear. The lazy morning song plays on today in the most unhurried, lazy way. Nothing rushing, nothing going wrong, just the lazy morning playing along. She hums along without a care. The lazy morning song floating in the air. The lazy morning song is the reward for all the busy mornings you ignore. The lazy morning comes on certain days and says that you deserve this slower pace. She takes the lazy morning when it comes and hums along with all its lazy hums. The lazy morning song plays on today in the most unhurried, lazy way. Nothing rushing, nothing going wrong, just the lazy morning playing along. She hums along without a care. The lazy morning song floating in the air. Lazy slow and morning bright, everything the lazy morning right. She hums the last note with a smile. The lazy morning worth every while. Soft light slips through the curtains white, a golden thread across the floor. The morning breathes so quiet and bright, like it has never come before. The shadow shifts, the curtain sighs. The world outside begins to stir. The teacup waits, the kettle cries, a gentle sound, a morning blur. Soft light, soft light, through the curtains falling. Soft light, soft light, the morning gently calling. The dust motes float in amber air. The cat curls up beside the sill. The world is soft beyond compare. The morning holds its breath until a bird outside begins to sing. The curtain sways with morning breeze. A simple and a lovely thing to wake to moments soft as these. Soft light, soft light, soft light, through the curtains falling. Soft light, soft light, the morning gently calling. No hurry now, no need to rush. The light will wait for you. Just breathe into the morning hush and let the day come through. The clock ticks slow, the shadows move. The curtain glows with morning gold. You find your way, you find your groove, in light both gentle, warm and old. Soft light, soft light, soft light, through the curtains streaming. Soft light, soft light, morning soft as dreaming. Iced coffee on a summer morning. The condensation on the glass. The fan is slow and gently turning. The kind of day that seems to last. A straw between my fingers floating. The ice cubes shift and lightly clink. The morning sun is barely noting the sweetness of this simple drink. Iced coffee, summer air, cool and slow without a care. Let the morning just be this, one long sweet unhurried bliss. The window open to the garden. The jasmine drifts across the sill. My thoughts begin to slowly soften. The morning keeps its lovely still. Another sip, the ice is melting. The day ahead can wait a while. This moment asks for nothing shelving, just coffee, quiet, and a smile. Iced coffee, summer air, cool and slow without a care. Let the morning just be this, one long, sweet, unhurried bliss. Some mornings ask for nothing more than something cold and something sweet. A quiet room, an open door, the summer humming in the heat. The last slow sip, the glass is empty. The morning breathes a gentle sigh. But summer mornings come in plenty, and so today's this soft and wide. Iced coffee, summer air, cool and slow without a care. Let the morning just be this, one long, sweet, unhurried bliss. Before the sun has found the sky, a single bird begins to call. One note, then two, then by and by, the sweetest sound before the fall. It perches somewhere out of view, among the leaves where light is thin, and fills the morning damp with dew, with song before the day begins. The first bird of the morning, before the world wakes up. The first bird of the morning, singing into the cup of dawn. I lie there listening very still, the pillow soft against my ear, that little voice against the chill is all the world I wanna hear. It does not know that I am near. It sings because it has to sing. its song, both tender and sincere, a gift the quiet mornings bring. The first bird of the morning, before the world wakes up. The first bird of the morning, singing into the cup of dawn. Some days begin with noise and rush, but this one starts so soft and true, with nothing more than one small hush. A bird, the dark, the coming blue. And then another joins the song, and then another, one by one, until the morning sings along, with all its voices toward the sun. The first bird of the morning, before the world wakes up. The first bird of the morning, singing into the cup of dawn. She pulls on something light and loose and steps outside before the heat. The morning air is cool and dew is soft beneath her bare-soled feet. She takes the road that curves around the old magnolia by the gate, and does not hurry to be found or think about the growing late. She strolls in the morning air, no map, no rush, no plan, just her and the world out there, moving soft as only she can. The neighbor's cat comes out to see, then disappears behind the fence. She smiles and walks on quietly into the morning's soft expanse. A paper boat in the roadside stream, the smell of earth after the rain. She moves between what is and what seems, and finds her way back home again. She strolls in the morning air, There is a kind of wisdom found in moving slow without a cause, in listening to the morning sound and knowing when to simply pause. She turns the corner, home in view. The kettle waiting on the stove. But first, she breathes the morning through. One more time in the quiet grove. She strolls in the morning air. No map, no rush, no plan. Just her and the world out there, moving soft as only she can. The harbor wakes in shades of gray before the blue has filled the sky. A single seagull starts its day with one long arc and one low cry. It tilts its wings against the wind, rises over the sleeping pier. The morning world still soft and thinned by mist and the smell of sea. And here the seagull in the morning blue, before the world has caught its breath, so free and wide and carried through the quiet space before the rest. The fishing boats have not yet gone. Café chairs are stacked and cold, but up above the gull moves on, above the new, above the old. It does not land, it does not wait. It rides the air above the town, as if the sky were all too great to let a single morning down. The seagull in the morning blue, before the world has caught its breath, so free and wide and carried through quiet space before the rest. There is a kind of joy in wings that have no plan except the wind, in being lifted past the things that hold the rest of us pinned. And slowly now the blue appears. The mist begins to lift and part, The seagull calls and disappears into the morning's open heart. The seagull in the morning blue, before the world has caught its breath, so free and wide and carried through the quiet space before the rest. Something warm inside a cup, a little sweet, a little mild. I wrap my hands and hold it up and feel the morning reconciled. It might be tea or might be more, a spoonful slow of something kind. I sit beside the open door and let the morning clear my mind. A cup of something sweet to start the day just right. Something warm, something neat, a soft and simple light. The steam drifts up in lazy swirls. The spoon rests gently on the sill. The morning fog outside unfurls. The world is waking, soft and still. I do not need a reason why this small thing feels like everything. The way the warmth beneath the sky can make the simplest moment sing. A cup of something sweet to start the day just right. Something warm, something neat, a soft and simple light. Not everything needs to be grand. Not every morning needs a plan. Sometimes the best thing in your hand is something warm that says you can. The cup grows cool, the morning grows. I rise and rinse it to set it down. But something in me softly glows, like sunlight touching a quiet town. A cup of something sweet to start the day just right. Something warm, something neat, a soft and simple light. The rooster calls before the clock. The kitchen smells of biscuit dough. The old dog lifts his head to watch the morning through the window's glow. A cast iron pan upon the stove, the coffee on a low and steady boil. The same sweet ritual we wove before the day begins to toil. An old-fashioned country morning, the kind that takes its time. No hurry in the air, just everything in line. The screen door creaks a little wide, the porch is wet with morning dew. You carry coffee cups outside and watch the meadow wake up too. The barn cat crosses through the yard, the sun comes up behind the hill. A morning simple, soft, unmarred by anything but quiet still. An old-fashioned country morning, the kind that takes its time. No hurry in the air, just everything in line. There was a time, and there still is, a way of meeting every day, with something slow and something his or hers, or simply in the way. We sat here once when we were young, we sit here still, a little gray. The same old song has not been sung, but hummed and lived from day to day. An old-fashioned country morning, the kind that takes its time. No hurry in the air, just everything in line. She left her shoes beside the door and walked out to the morning shore. The sand was cool beneath her feet, the sun just rising soft and sweet. The tide had left a silver line of shells and foam and something fine. She walked along without a care, salt wind moving through her hair. Sandy feet in the morning sun, before the busy days begun. Sandy feet in the warm and wide, a girl, the sea, the morning tide. She bent to pick a piece of glass, worn smooth by years of waving past. a piece of sea green, pale and thin. She held it up and smiled within. The gulls were calling overhead, the world still soft, the sky still red, and she was just a small still thing inside the morning's offering. Sandy feet in the morning sun, before the busy day's begun. Sandy feet in the warm and wide, the girl, the sea, the morning tide. There are the days we carry long, when nothing seems to go quite right. But then a morning comes along, with sand and sea and early light. She walked back slowly up the hill, her feet still sandy, heart still still. The morning gave what mornings give, a reason soft and sweet to live. Sandy feet in the morning sun, before the busy day is begun. Sandy feet in the warm and wide, a girl, the sea, the morning tide. The clock says 9, but feels like 10, or maybe half past slow today. I pour myself a cup again, and let the morning have its way. The newspaper is still unread, the inbox still sits unopened wide. I trade the urgent for instead this long, slow morning by my side. The long, slow morning, take your time, no rush to fill the hours in. The long, slow morning, soft and fine. The best days always start like this. The light has moved across the floor, from kitchen window to the chair. I have done this nothing more than simply breathe the morning air. A second cup, the world can wait. The afternoon has room enough for all the things that feel so great. When unseen from far enough above. The long, slow morning, take your time. No rush to fill the hours in. The long, slow morning, soft and fine. The best days always start like this. There is a luxury in slow that money cannot buy or sell. A morning where you let things go and simply let yourself be well. By noon I'll find my way outside. By 2 I'll have the tasks in hand. But for this moment here inside, this long, slow morning, soft and grand. The long, slow morning, take your time. No rush to fill the hours in. The long, slow morning, soft and fine. The best days always start like this. She used to rush through every door and wonder why she felt so afraid. But now she walks a little more and lets the morning be her aid. She brews the coffee slow and right. She sits before the window long. She watches how the morning light arrives without a rush or wrong. She finds her morning pace, a gentle, measured way. She finds her morning pace to meet the opening day. She learned that hurry costs a thing you cannot buy back later on. So now she starts with stillness, spring, before the rest of her day's begun. The breath before the first step out, the stretch before the arms reach wide. She found what morning's all about when she decided not to hide. She finds her morning pace, a gentle, measured way. She finds her morning pace to meet the opening day. It took her years to understand that slow is not the same as late, that holding lightly in your hand the morning is a form of grace. Now every morning before the world begins again. She finds her morning pace, a gentle measured way. She finds her morning pace to meet the opening day. It hangs upon the wooden post where the dock meets the quiet shore. Of all the things I love the most, it asks the least and gives me more. A straw hat worn and turned and old, with a ribbon faded soft to cream. It holds a story gently told of every slow and sunlit dream. The straw hat by the water, where the morning finds its rest. The straw hat by the water is all I need to feel my best. She wore it once beside the lake, when the summer felt like it would last, and left it there without a wake, a gentle echo from the past. The water moves below the dock, the dragonfly makes lazy loops, and there it hangs without a clock, outside the day's demanding troops. The straw hat by the water, where the morning finds its rest. The straw hat by the water is all I need to feel my best. Some things don't need a use or name, they only need to be right there. A reminder soft that it's okay to let the morning simply share. I'll take it down when I leave here, and wear it all the way back home. But for this morning, soft and clear, the straw hat and I are not alone. The straw hat by the water, where the morning finds its rest. A straw hat by the water is all I need to feel my best. No alarm, no list, no plan in place. Just the window and the morning light. I move through every open space without a reason, left or right. The kettle hums a quiet note. The bread is toasting, soft and slow. I wear my oldest, warmest coat and watch the garden start to glow. A morning without hurry, a morning made of space. No worry and no flurry, just a slow and easy pace. The cat comes in and finds his spot beside the window on the chair. The world outside may hurry, but we keep our slower rhythm here. I call no one and check no screen. I just exist inside this hour, the cleanest kind of in between. The morning like a quiet power, a morning without hurry, a morning made of space. No worry and no flurry, just a slow and easy pace. Not every day allows for this, but when one does, I hold it close. A morning like a gentle kiss, the kind that matters to me most. By afternoon I will return to all the things that need my care. But for this morning I will turn my face into the quiet air. A morning without hurry, a morning made of space. No worry and no flurry, just a slow and easy pace. She steps outside before the world has finished finding all its sound. The morning air around her curled like something gentle, lost and found. lifts her face toward the sky and closes both her eyes a while. There is no reason to ask why. She simply lets the morning smile. She breathes the morning in, all the way down deep. She breathes the morning in, a promise she can keep. The dew is still upon the grass, the light is sideways, golden thin. She lets this quiet moment pass, from somewhere out to somewhere in. There is a practice in this breath, not complicated, not rehearsed, just being present without quest. Before the day has done its worst, she breathes the morning in, all the way down deep. She breathes the morning in, a promise she can keep. Every morning is a chance to start again without the weight, to let yourself just simply stand and breathe before it gets too late. She opens her eyes, the world is there, the same and softer than before. She breathes it in, the morning air, and knows she has a little more. She breathes the morning in, all the way down deep. She breathes the morning in, a promise she can keep. The clock is slow, the hours wide, the morning spreads without a care. I move inside it like a tide that knows exactly when to stay. The lovely morning, soft and still, with light that comes in amber tones, the kind of morning that can fill the quiet spaces in the bones. The slow and lovely morning, the kind that softens all. The slow before the busy calls. A vase of something yellow sits beside the window, turned to sun. The day is made of gentle bits that ask for nothing to be done. The bread is warm, the coffee kind, the cat asleep in yellow light, and something settles in the mind that says today will be all right. The slow and lovely morning, the kind that softens all. The slow and lovely morning before the busy calls. There is a beauty in the slow that speed can never understand. The way the morning lights aglow in the hollow of your hand. I do not need to name this feeling or hold it longer than it stays. It does its work while I am kneeling in the slow and lovely haze. The slow and lovely morning, the kind that softens all. The slow and lovely morning before the busy calls. I cannot name it, only feel the something soft that fills the air between the window and the sill, between the here and over there. It is not wind, it is not scent, though both are part of what it is. It is the morning's soft intent before the day begins its quiz. Something soft in the morning air, something gentle, something rare, something soft in the morning light that makes the ordinary right. The curtain moves without a cause, the flowers lean the slightest bit, the morning pauses without pause and offers everything with it. You cannot keep it in your hands, it moves the way that feelings do. It understands what understanding cannot always quite get through. Something soft in the morning air, something gentle, something rare, something something soft in the morning light that makes the ordinary right. Call it grace or call it air, call it nothing if you must, but stand inside it if you dare, and let it settle like the dust. By afternoon it will have gone, replaced by heat and noise and weight. But every morning it comes on, that something soft, that something great, something soft in the morning air, something gentle, something rare, something soft in the morning light that makes the ordinary right. She wraps herself inside a shawl and takes her place beside the pane. The morning is not yet for all, it is still hers to watch and claim. The sky begins its slow reveal, from black to gray to something blue. She watches every subtle deal the morning makes before it's through. She watches the day begin from her quiet window seat. She watches the day begin, complete and soft and sweet. A sparrow lands upon the wire, the garbage truck is 2 blocks down. The day does not yet know its fire, it's still a quiet, sleepy town. She does not rush to meet the light, she lets it come at its own speed. She watched last night turn into rain, and this is all she really needs. She watches the day begin from her quiet window seat. She watches the day begin, complete and soft and sweet. There are the ones who wake to run, and those who dive into the fray, but she belongs beside the sun as it is learning how to stay. By 7 all of it will shift, the world will find its morning noise, but she has taken this sweet gift of silence before the world employs. She watches the day begin from her quiet window seat. She watches the day begin, complete and and soft and sweet. The warmest morning light arrives before the world decides its tone. It slips through curtains, barely tries, and makes the whole room feel like home. It touches first the wooden floor, then climbs the table, finds the cup. It does not ask for anything more than just the chance to light things up. The warmest morning light, the kind that makes you stay. The warmest morning light, before it fades away. It has no preference, plays no side. It falls on everything the same, on the sleeping and the wide awake. It comes without a claim or name. I turn my face and close my eyes and let it rest on where I stand. And in this warmth somehow I find the day can be a gentle land. The warmest morning light, the kind that makes you stay. The warmest morning light, before it fades away. The world will hurry soon enough. The afternoon will find its heat. But for now this quiet stuff is all I need to feel complete. It shifts as every morning does, and finds its angle, starts to move. But I remember what it was, that gentle warmth inside the groove. The warmest morning light, the kind that makes you stay. The warmest morning light, before it fades away. things to do and miles to go, but this one takes the easy path and lets itself be soft and slow. The toast is golden, nothing more. The coffee simple, nothing grand. I open wide the kitchen door and let the morning take my hand. Morning on the easy side, where nothing much is asked of me. Morning on the easy side, the way that mornings ought to be. The radio plays something old, a song I know without the words. The morning light is tinged with gold, and somewhere near they're singing birds. I do not check the news today. I let the world run its own race. This morning I have set away a different kind of gentle space. Morning on the easy side, where nothing much is asked of me. Morning on the easy side, the way that mornings are to be. Easy does not mean empty. Easy means enough room to breathe, to let the day begin with plenty, before the tangled hours weave. By 10 I'll find my rhythm back. By noon the day will ask its share. But this sweet hour on the easy track is more than I can say for air. Morning on the easy side, where nothing much is asked of me. Morning on the easy side, the way that mornings ought to be. She did not take the shortest road. She turned before the corner came. She let her feet take their own road, and came back different, not the same. Past the bakery, past the park, past the house with morning glories tall, past the bench beside the old oak dark. She took the long way back from all. She takes the long way back, because the short way costs too much. She takes the long way back and keeps herself in gentle touch. She walked beside the canal a while, where ducks move through the glassy green, and gave herself a morning mile that no one else had ever seen. The door was waiting when she came, the kettle cold, the bread uncut, but something in her was not the same as when she left the morning shut. She takes the long way back, because the short way costs too much. She takes the long way back and keeps herself in gentle touch. The long way is not wasted time. The long way is the thing itself. The detour is the life sublime. The shortcut leaves you with yourself. By the time she's home, she knows that every extra step she took was worth more than efficiency shows, was worth more than any shortened look. She takes the long way back, because the short way costs too much. She takes the long way back and keeps herself in gentle touch. Most mornings pass before you blink. They start and end, and that is that. But every now and then you think, did that one pause? Did it come back? This is the morning that will stay beyond the turning of the clock, the kind that does not fade away, the kind that does not stop to knock, the morning that lingers soft past its time, the morning that lingers like a half-remembered rhyme. The light is still the way it was an hour ago, still gold and low, and you are still the same, because the morning will not let you go. You try to name what makes it stay, but names are not the thing itself. It is the quality of gray. that turns to gold along the shelf. The morning that lingers, soft past its time. The morning that lingers like a half-remembered rhyme. Some things refuse to say goodbye. They stretch and soften without end. A morning under a low sky that knows exactly how to bend. By noon it will have turned to day, and day will be its ordinary name. But for this hour it chose to stay, and nothing will have been the same. The morning that lingers, soft past its time. The morning that lingers like a half-remembered rhyme. The window holds a square of light. The coffee cools beside the sill, and all is quiet, all is right. The morning asks for nothing still. The birds are doing what birds do. The kettle rests, its work complete. And I am here between the blue of sky and this familiar seat. Every morning soft as this is a gift I almost missed. Every morning soft as this deserves to be held close and kissed. I used to rush the morning through. I used to use it up too fast. But now I know what mornings do when you let them be the first and last. The cat curls on the windowsill. The bread is golden in the pan, and I am learning to be still and grateful for the simplest plan. Every morning soft as this is a gift I almost missed. Every morning soft as this deserves to be held close and kissed. Not every day will start this way, not every dawn will be this kind, but I will carry what I can of morning soft inside my mind. And when the harder mornings come and light is thin and cold and gray, I will remember soft as this today. Every morning soft as this is a gift I almost missed. Every morning soft as this deserves to be held close and kissed.